Important point of view, and it's just been wonderful.
Also, Sonny, I hope I can share this, and it's not too much information, but he is dead now. But my dad also backstage was like, Sonny is just gorgeous. That woman is striking. And then they went on air and had this connection on air, and I was like, I don't know what. If anyone rewatches it, I think he had a crush on Sonny, which is kind of uncomfortable, but awesome too. But if you
that's what I'm talking about, though.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me. So, The View is a liberal show.
Pharma cares about profits more than people, as capitalism at its finest does not work for us. And I think
he has a hard time explaining how he's going to pay for it, though.
So let's talk about how we'll pay for it, because I think we need to talk about what policies. A tuition-free public college.
$2.2 trillion over 10 years.
So it's funny because progressive policies are always talked about in 10-year price tags. Conservative policies are always talked about in 1-year price tags. Progressive policies are always talked about in 10-year price tags. Conservative policies are always talked about in 1-year price tags. And so our military budget increase went up by $70 to $80 billion 1 year alone, about $100 billion, since Trump started, pretty much, since Trump started, pretty much, or it's been about $100 billion increase since Trump started. We don't ask how he pays for that. When we talk about big government, we don't talk about big government interjecting themselves into the bodies of women and gender nonconforming people into the bodies of women and gender nonconforming people for anti-choice policy. I'm happy to talk about the reduction.
Y'all already know I don't like it because it's full of lying-ass females that don't really talk about nothing, that don't use facts. The only thing they do is they spew their opinions.
When did it hit you that this was the news you were hearing? Well, I've been telling you all for days to snap out of it that this was looking good. But listen, Whoopi, I was struck when it finally got called by the networks. I was struck by this lightness of being I felt. And, I've been personally attacked by Trump and his minions for 4 years. But I'm a person with a platform and I'm a person with a voice. There were so many communities, so many people that felt the same way. And I think that's why you had this impromptu eruption into the streets all over America. And then to see Kamala, they couldn't pronounce her name. Remember when they couldn't pronounce her name? Well, now they're going to have to pronounce Madame Vice President. And there was this picture that for me was so poignant of all the vice presidents beforehand who were all white men, and then Kamala standing on the other side, and it lifted me, it gave me hope. And I want to thank black women. They were the MVPs of this election.
Now, the last so-called Republican that was on The View was Meghan McCain. Meghan McCain, whose father was John McCain, who's supposedly a Republican. But we know Meghan McCain is weak as shit. Like, seriously weak.
It's a TV show. We're on together for an hour, and we step in poopy. Okay, we step in poopy, and stuff happens, and everybody just calm down.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Whoopi and I get along great. I love you very much. I've loved you for a long time. You're good friends with my dad.
Yeah.
We fight like we're family. It's all good. We're not tearing the set apart.
No.
Calm down.
Yeah.
All of you.
Everybody.
Okay? It's all good.
It's all right. It's all right.
Conservative woman in mainstream media is deeply threatening. Being a woman who can hold her own on a show like that proved to be ultimately threatening. So it became more and more personal the stronger the show got. That was the ironic part of it, is the better the show did. After we won an Emmy, we were on the cover of the New York Times Magazine as the most important political show in America. I felt like the toxicity got worse and worse. I actually felt like the more successful I was on The View and the more moments I helped get them and the more I pressed liberal candidates and liberal guests on the show, the worse it got for me backstage. I had a sisterhood at Fox that I lost at The View, and I know what women supporting women looks like because I had it when I worked at Fox News, and now I know what the entire opposite experience is. And it's been difficult to open up to people like you, Sean, but I felt like it was important to say that there is real trauma that is involved when you are targeted for not voting for President Obama, for being a pro-life woman. And I don't think that people who go into liberal spaces, which is basically every other space except Fox News and media, I don't think you should be punished for it, and I don't think your personal life should be impacted. And that's unfortunately exactly what happened to me.
She got into Whoopi, or she got into it with Sonny. She got into it with them. They go back and forth. You get what I'm saying? And she don't stand her ground. She normally cries, and you get what I'm saying? She weak as shit. Okay, now she's gone, so they need to replace her with somebody. You get what I'm saying? Because they're having a hard time finding somebody. Is this article in Politico? I'm saying, so I checked it out. You get me? They need another Republican. And they need one that's easily manageable, like Meghan McCain. They need somebody like that. Somebody who will go against them, somewhat challenge them on their issues, but don't overpower them with the truth. So that's who they're looking for right now. You know, I talk a lot about I don't talk about chameleons on this channel because most people can't really see what I see. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was my upbringing that kind of shaped me for actually looking at people who had my best interests at heart, you know, because I grew up a black sheep. I'm a black sheep of the family, you get me? When things went wrong, I did it. When somebody was pissed off, I did it. You get what I'm saying? They needed to vent their anger. I stayed in the house. My daddy, Sammy, stayed with my grandmother, my grandma in the house, my grandfather. They loved me. But I also stayed with my aunt and shit, and her 3 kids and shit like that. You get me? I was the new person in the house. I ran into a lot of feelings. You get me? I ran into a lot of feelings, a lot of lies. I learned that early on in my life, lying and stuff like that. So when it comes to dealing with people, I can always see those who actually care about me, even the ones that would discipline me, like my bus driver. My bus driver had the permission to whoop my ass. Now, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I used to think that bitch was like enjoying the paddling she gave me and shit, but then at the same time, I could also see that she really did care about me. You get me? And that's just like my life. You get me? But when it comes to looking at people, I'm really good at it and seeing those who actually care.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
So I'm good at looking at the lies that people portray when they tell us about this is my view, this is who I believe, this is who I am, and stuff like that. So I see that. You get what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at the View and I'm looking at Meghan McCain and I'm seeing that she's weak as shit, that she's really not doing nothing, that she's not really giving an opinion, that she's basically following their coattail, but at the same time pretending to be something that she's not, and we understand that this is what the View is. You get what I'm saying? The View is full of fucking liberal liars. You get me? So now they need somebody to replace Meghan McCain. They need a Republican.
Who cares what Donald Trump Jr. says?
All right, you know what?
I don't want to talk about
Anna,
that entitled little brat.
You just said that the president demonizes immigrants, and this is another sort of sleight of hand that the left loves to try to put over on the American people. He has never demonized immigrants. He is against illegal aliens. He is against breaking and entering into our country. He's against a lawless border. He loves legal immigration. As a matter of fact,
Steve, I have asked you in the past. Let me tell you this. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
I have asked you in the past, and I will ask you again today, to stop referring to me as left. Let me remind you that I was a Republican when Donald Trump was a Democrat. I was a Republican when Donald Trump was an independent.
You're a very leftist
I was a Republican and supporting.
They need one that goes along with the flow. And this is what I mean by chameleons and stuff like that. I really want y'all to see these people. But it's hard because I understand a lot of people had a lot of upbringing, and this is just side talk. No, this is not going with the regular conversation, but y'all upbringing, you get me? If everybody only treated you a certain way, then I'm sure you're familiar with that certain way of being treated. Okay, so let's move forward. Anyway, so one person that he also brung up was Anna Navarro. You get me? I really recently wanted to do a video on her. Now what got me about what he said was, and what triggered me to make this video was the fact that he said she was a Republican. Anna Navarro, a Republican? And in all honesty, if she claimed that she is, which I'm sure she do because I just saw it, then she would actually be perfect for the role of working on The View, because she's a cackling ass hen just like they are.
Hello and welcome to The View. Whoopi is out today. So in case you missed it, Friday's show took an unexpected turn when Anna and Sonny's COVID test came back positive while we were on the air. Live TV, ladies and gentlemen.
And she's done exactly what they wanted her to do. You get me? She's a Hispanic. You get me? So that stereotype, she wear that shit like a mantle. She like fucking female George Lopez.
October, when your elderly, obese father had it. Okay? So it is a legitimate conversation to have. And fortunately for you, you've got somebody in your family who you can call and discuss it with. Because imagine having a father whose butt is the size of a studio apartment in New Jersey. Go get him, Anna. And you got the gall to pick on me? Gall. Wait, you got the gall? Do you see why I had so much fun with Anna Navarro?
Shut the fuck up.
You get what I'm saying? That's what she is. She talks real fast and she just spews shit that comes out of her mouth. She doesn't listen, her point or no point. You get me? I can't stand her. Looking at her face makes me sick to my stomach.
I would likely be okay. And if this type of thing were to happen to me, Anna Navarro is the best person to have it happen with you. Why? Because her charm and her wit, her levity, and her sense of humor really got me through it. I won't tell you the types of things that she was saying in Spanish.
No, please don't.
Go ahead.
I have asked you in the past, and I will ask you again today, to stop referring to me as left. Let me remind you that I was a Republican when Donald Trump was a Democrat. I was a Republican when Donald Trump was an independent.
You're a very
I was a Republican and supporting Republicans when Donald...
The fact that these people get on TV, it's like, who the fuck are screening these people? Who the hell put these people in these positions? You get what I'm saying? Now I get it. Whoopi coasted on The Color Purple. I get it. You get me? She did one scene. She good. Joy Behar coasted on all them old ass women out there in the world who like listen to her old white ass. You get what I'm saying? Now I said that because that's a dig at her, and it's all right to talk about white people these days because that's the norm now to say something. So without even going out of YouTube guidelines, I could just say with her white ass. Now that has nothing. That's not a slur because I don't really care about race like that. You people, that's for y'all and what y'all like to do, but I'm not that guy. You get what I'm saying? So this is actually an insult. I'm doing this as an insult. That with her white ass, that's a fucking insult. You get what I'm saying? White ass lady, to her that's an insult. You get me? She don't want to be white. She's a person of color. Everybody want to be a person of color. Anyway, Anna Navarro, man. Every time she goes on any station, she does not represent conservative view. You can easily see that in her attitude and her mannerism. You know, when you think about conservative people, what the fuck I'm gonna waste my attitude or energy in that esteem. You get me? You get me? I'm a liberal conservative, so that's my defense. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm all over the places. I'm emotions. I'm not emotions. So that's just how that goes. Okay, so so I can see pretty much Anna Navarro as being on The View. She's perfect for them, and they're all friends. You get what I'm saying? All of them nice and dumb together, and they stick together.
My first thought was, oh my God, because I had just spent the day with Kamala Harris's sister, niece, and brother-in-law. So I'm thinking, I'm Typhoid Mary, and I'm going to wipe out the entire Harris family.
So that's really what I wanted to bring up. The whole video that I'm talking about, I know I'm saying a lot of stuff right now, but I just want y'all to see these people, these chameleons. You get me? Anna Navarro is not a fucking Republican. She's Democrat all the fucking way. Yeah, she probably came from a Republican background, or a conservative background. I get it. Her father might have been somebody great or something like that. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, no, she's too stupid to be a Republican. She is liberal Democrat dumb. You get what I'm saying? She is Democrat dumb. That's a Democrat dumb. Okay, that's who she is. Look, this video been long. I just really wanted to get that out of my chest. There was really no substance to this video. I really just wanted to show y'all videos of how stupid Anna Navarro is. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it. I know it's different because I just threw them in there. I threw the videos in there. I throw them in here. These videos, I just throw them in there just to show you how the cackliness of her. It's so sick how these people, and I want y'all to see these. These are not good human beings, okay? That's basically what these videos are. Anything that I show y'all, it's just showing y'all that this person can't be trusted. That's it. Y'all know that. Anyway, bye.